What's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Crypto Plebs channel. It's your boy, Jumpman Crypto. Crypto's pumping. Everybody's portfolio's in the green, I hope. And guys, everything has been really crazy these last few days. Let's let some people crawl in the chat real quick. We got 13 people. I don't think everybody knows that Jumpman's live, but I hope everybody's doing great, guys. AVAX has been pumping lumping. Camino has been pumping lumping. What else has been pumping, guys? Zora, everything, guys. Everything that we've been talking about these last few months has been pumping. My portfolio is in all-time highs. I hope that you guys are in all-time highs, and if not, just make sure that you're tapped in. Follow along with the journey, guys. Don't be panic selling, and you should be getting there hopefully in the next couple of months, guys. Once again, my name is Jumpman Crypto. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight, guys. Make sure you smash the like button, guys. Make sure you comment. Let me know where you're from, the plebs community, KGU, or if you're just watching from the normie side, welcome in, guys. It's about 10 o'clock over here where I'm at. And I just wanted to go live and just, talk to the community and see how everybody's doing. It's been a crazy few days here where I'm at, guys. Had to rush my dog to the ER. She had to have an emergency surgery. Thank God she's okay. She's resting right next to me right here. And so I'm just glad that everything's good, man. I hope that, you guys are happy and optimistic about this rest of this bull run, guys. I've been getting so many DMs about, different cryptocurrencies and about what's next with the markets, guys. And, I'm really excited. I don't know about you guys, but I think that this next season with Crypto Plebs and even with the KGU guys is going to be even bigger than before. I'm going to bring in some new cryptocurrencies, guys, that I'm looking at, and we haven't even really started buying these yet. So I'm not a big YouTuber, so there's no sense of me trying to, be, gatekeeping all these cryptocurrencies. I figure, hey, you know what? Why not just go live? Talk about a bunch of cryptocurrencies that nobody else is talking about, and hopefully maybe in a couple months we can go back and reflect the way we're doing right now with the last few cryptocurrencies that we got into, guys. And you guys can give me my flowers, man. Over these last few months, guys, I want to take a little recap before we start getting into the stream, guys. You guys have been tapped in with me with the KGU and even with my personal Discord plebs. We called Sui at its bottom near April, Solana, AVAX, Camino, Zora. We called Maple/Syrup. We've had so many great cryptocurrencies. Honestly, guys, if I were to keep going, guys, we'd be here for minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes. I've gotten so many DMs from people that I've changed their lives. So many DMs from people that they've been making real money these last few months. XRP is great. A lot of these bigger caps are great, but guys, the money is where the mid caps are and some of these blue chip alts that we've been stacking up. And guys, it's been crazy. I have my own little trading group going on, guys. All these guys are literally at beast levels. Some of them I might even think they're better than me now. So, I've had the liberty to, work with a lot of guys. Shout out to my boy Trent Stalker, Jacob, Iggy, all my, traders that are under my group, guys. It's been just phenomenal working with, them. And then I even have some other people that have been in my community, doing their own sub projects and stuff like that. And they've been building, we've been building, and we have some projects that we're going to be working on in the future, guys. So I'm really happy, man. It's been great, and I'm glad that people are starting to see me now and starting to take us serious now with what we're doing, and it's really, it's just a cool feeling, guys. I come out here and I just try to keep it real with everybody. I'm not into this old pump and dump stuff, man. I keep it 100. I don't want to be talking crap about other YouTubers, man. This is not really my style. I kind of stay in my own lane. I do what I got to do. I make money for my team. and for the KGU, and that's all that matters, man. But there's a lot of fakers out there, man. I've seen so many different YouTubers out here, you know, they're, you know, doing all this weird stuff. And then right now, guys, we're just focused on just making money, you know, all this gossip stuff and talking about other influencers and, you know, rugs and all that stuff like that. Man, we're focused on growth. You know, we're trying to change lives here. We're not into all this weird stuff that all these other YouTubers are doing. So, you know, I suggest that you just hit that, you know, that like button and just keep me on your radar, man, because look, we're going to be banging out some heat. Season 2 is going to be even bigger than season one. You know, I'm hoping that, you know, this next few months, you know, you guys are going to see some different outlooks on crypto. You know, I know a lot of people, this is their first cycle. People are nervous. You know, people are just swing trading a whole lot, guys. But this is a point to where you got to buy and hold. You know, a lot of you guys that are making these critical mistakes, these are going to be really times that you got to lock in. These are going to be times where you have to concentrate and keep your eyes on the prize, because if you're taking cryptocurrencies like AVAX and you're trying to just swing it because you're expecting a pullback, you're going to wreck yourself. You don't know how many messages, guys, that I've seen people just, oh man, I'm going to sell AVAX at this point. I'm going to try to swing it on at 10%. And then it just keeps going. And then you got to buy back, restart the whole process that you had from when you bought back, you know, in March or whatever you bought at when we called the bottom. And then you start the whole process back over again and restarting the clock. You're paying short-term capital gains. And then when you go and do your taxes next year, you're getting beat down and you're not making as much money as you were initially supposed to. Remember, the longer you hold your assets, guys, you get the long-term capital gains, 10%, you know, and that's the whole part of making money, guys. Being a smart investor. You know, there's all different kinds of ways to do this. Look, swing trading's cool. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, guys, but, you know, when you have cryptocurrencies at bare bottom lows, guys, bare bottom lows, this is where you gotta say, hey, this has to be a 7 to 8 month hold. At least try to get it to January, guys. That way, if you do sell and you're under the year, at least you got that whole calendar year to kind of, you know, worry about it the following year. Some of you guys are just swinging and swinging and swinging and swinging. And it's just, honestly, I find that too stressful. I'd rather leverage trade and just keep my long-term conviction bags. I'll either short them or long them to hedge myself on them, but that's the way I do it. But at the end of the day, there's no wrong way to make money. You do what you got to do, but I'm just trying to help you guys out, okay? All right, let's cut some of the chat in here. We got almost 30 people watching. We get a little bit more, man. Come on. I had like almost 200 people that liked my posts in KGU. You better start waking these cats up in here. If you're in the KGU, you better start tagging people and letting people know Jumpman is live. Even people on my own Discord, you better start spamming everybody in here, because we need more people than 30 people. Come on, man. Steven Ortiz, what's poppin'? Han Solo, what's poppin'? P, what's good? Nebula, what's up? Who else is up in here? Migo Wave, what's poppin'? Jonathan Brown, what's up? Santana, Patriot. Julius, what's up, guys? All right, guys. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. I know everybody's wanting to talk about crypto. Nobody wants to talk about all this other stuff, man. But live plug music, what's popping? All right, so let's cover AVAX real quick. All right, we have our first resistance area right here at 36.52. We're approaching that. I have already told some of my people in my own personal Discord, I expect for AVAX to break above $40 by this weekend. Hopefully before Monday of next week. If not, maybe sometime between Tuesday. And from there, guys, you can make your decision what you want to do. But me, if you guys have been tapped in, I've already told you where I'm going. If you guys are part of the doctrine cheer, you guys know where I said I'm going to go. I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint, guys, because I'm a cool dude. It's past this bar right here, okay? All right? I'm not going to give you the exact levels, guys, because I want to respect the doctrine tier, but it's around here, a little bit above, so you guys can kind of get the gist of where I'm holding from. I'm not taking profits. I'm not doing any of that weird stuff. I want to blow past all these levels right here, guys, before I even think about taking profits. I've been holding AVAX a long time. I've almost round-tripped this thing. I'm not doing this for no damn 80 to 100% return. I want to see at least a 2x. So I'm holding for this 66 bucks and above. You guys that got in, you know, later, if you're cool with just a cool 2x, do what you got to do. You can roll to the next coin. But for me, I'd rather try to get close as possible up here into this upper areas. And I really do believe from the way things are going, guys, I think that's going to happen. That's just my personal opinion. But you guys got to do what you got to do. This is your investment. I don't really like to tell people what to do with their own investments. I've been getting a lot of messages like, John, man, should I do this? Should I do that? Look, I try to be very cautious on what I tell people because, look, I could tell you, but at the end of the day, it's going to hurt you. You have to be the one that controls your own portfolio. I can't run your portfolio for you. I even tell this to my own members. I basically lay out the map of what I'm doing, and you have to make your own choice because at the end of the day, it's your money. I don't know what your financial situation is, guys, but we got to make sure that, you know, always remember that. Influencers, it doesn't matter who it is, me, Crypto John, or whoever, Cryptos R Us. Look, man, these people don't care about you. They just care about enriching themselves, getting themselves where they got to get, making sure you buy their courses, buy whatever they're selling. They don't care about you. I at least care about you to the point where I'm going to tell you, look, I'm going to just be real with you and say, look, man, this is your investment. I'm only here to tell you what I'm doing and what I think would be best on my part. So far, I've been winning so much, guys. You got to just listen to the people that are keeping it 100 all the time. So AVAX, we still got a lot more to go, guys, in my personal opinion. And Rhonda, you said I'm right about taxes. You know it is, man. It's the truth. A lot of these guys out here just swinging and swinging and swinging, man. They're like swingers. And they ain't going to make no money because Uncle Sam's going to take all your money. That 35%, that 20% is going to eat up all your gains. You made 40% on AVAX, but Uncle Sam's going to take 20% of it. So it doesn't make no sense. You know, a lot of these trading groups, guys, they don't tell you this stuff. You know, they got you so pumped up on making money. You know, they got a lot of these young cats out here just getting bloodthirsty with money, but they're not telling you about these short-term capital gains. They're not giving you the real knowledge, guys. You know, the whole money part is buying and holding. Okay? You know, look, I pray that we can stretch this out until January the 1st, but at least see some real returns before you start, you know, getting real happy and just taking out all your money because, you know, I see people, they got a 10% pump, 15% pump, and then next thing you know, they're just taking profits aggressively. And then by the time it actually does make some really good returns, you got no more profits to take. So just be careful, guys, when you're taking profits. You know, usually what I'll do is when I reach my first 100% return, I'll take out my initial investment. Okay, so if I put in 30 bands, I make 60,000, I'll take my initial investment out. And every percentage up, I'll take a percentage out. So if I go up, you know, another 10%, I'll take out another 10% or, you know, 15 or 20 and such. And at the end of the day, guys, that's just the way it is. You know, you don't want to just take too much aggressive profits. And then, you know, when it does start to make real money, like I said, there's nothing else to take. And like my boy P said, we're still expecting the Santa Claus rally. We didn't get it last year because, you know, we had a lot of stuff happening towards the end of the year, but I do think that we will get that infamous Santa Claus rally that should be able to produce some generational wealth, okay? All right, so let's cover our first token of the night. It's going to be Cedus Protocol. This is going to be a buy alert immediately, guys. Remember, not financial advice. I'm just a person on YouTube that has made people a lot of money. I'm just telling you, look, this is a coin that I'm already in, for the record, but I think this coin has a lot more to go. And the reason being is because look at the chart. It's down a lot. We have a low of 767. So 7 cents and 67. That's its low. Okay, that was pretty much at its low in June. We're a little bit up from above it. We are, what, I think maybe 10, 15% from that low. Let me double check real quick. Okay, 19%. Okay, but we still have a lot more to go. The all-time high was about 50 cents. We have a lot of way to go. So if you guys have been tapped in with me for a long time, you guys know that I've been real bullish on this token. It's DEX on SUI network. I think that once SUI starts to get rolling again, guys, it's pumped up. I think it's close to $4. But I'm talking about with these partnerships that they got, ETFs, and when meme season comes back, like all these memes are gonna come back. You know, it's still a rumor, but tokenization with Pokemon cards supposedly is gonna be on SUI. When that happens, guys, there's gonna be so many meme coins being made, like, you know, Blastoise and all these other different kind of Pokemon stuff that comes out, you know, on the SUI network. You're gonna see, you know, all these different meme coins on the SUI network just take off. And while everybody's fading it, saying that, you know, this whole hack was damaging to the project and everything like that, guys, people like me and smart investors are loading up. You know, I don't have the community to be able to push this token up, guys, but I'm telling you, once the market does kick back, this token will send. Now, I don't know if it's going to have enough firepower to get back to that 50-cent zone. Hell, I mean, it may not even go back to 30. But if we are being real about it, if we can at least get back to 28 cents, that's a clean 3x from here, 300%. So if you guys have been tapped in with me for the longest time, you guys are taking 100%, 200%, 300%, 50%, and you're rolling this into another clean asset that has still room to go to compound that money on top of another 200 to 300% return, and you've already made a 600% return. Guys, please, like, use the noodle, use the brain, get out of assets that are not doing anything, guys. I see a lot of people getting happy over 4 or 5% returns. Nothing wrong with that, guys, but look, if you're locking up major money in assets, lock them up with assets that have the potential to run. Cedus is not going nowhere, guys. I don't care what anybody says. It's the biggest DEX aggregator on SUI network. I can't say 100%, guys, because I'll get in trouble, but I'm pretty damn sure that 99.9% we're gonna get pretty close to that 30-cent mark. So, you know, I just can't stress this enough. I even tell my own community, guys, that they need to really get into this coin because this has a lot of potential. So you may be asking, okay, well, Jump, where are we going to get in at? Okay, well, look, I think I covered it last time. We're up since the last time we talked. I would honestly, look, if you have a couple thousand, you know, 500, 600 bucks, take a position now. Use a quarter of your dry powder or whatever you decide to allocate into the token. Say you have $1,000. Instead of you just aping in, put in 25%. We have a pullback of 5 to 10%. Deploy heavier. You know, say if you're going to initially put $1,000, put the 1/4% in there. We dip down. You can allocate heavier. And if we go down more, then you can fully inject the rest of the money that you were going to put in. Or if you don't care, then you're just like me and you're not bothered by 3 or 4 or 5%, you can just go ahead and put the money in there and do your thug thizzle and let this thing cook. A lot of times people are just so worried about the short-term time frame that you guys aren't really focusing on the, you know, the long term. Eventually this token is going to come back, and like I said, instead of you just worrying about these little small pullbacks, guys, think of it as a 6-month investment. Think of it at maybe even 4. You know, and that just kind of puts you in a different mindset. Instead of you always constantly checking it, you're just saying, hey, look, I'm going to give this asset time to cook. And then I guarantee you by December, you guys will be like, yeah, man, it did what it had to do. Or you can just leverage out the play. You don't have to take a position on it with spot. You can leverage it out. You guys know what I'm talking about. The ones that tune in with me, guys, that, you know, we do leverage trading in my group. You can simply just buy it on leverage, 2x, 3x leverage, and you can just basically let this thing cook. 2x leverage, damn near impossible to get liquidated. You get back to anywhere right here with this area, that'll be about a 3 or 4x from that price. What's up, Frankie White? What's up, Lovely B Crypto? What's up, Frankie White? What's poppin', guys? So that's Cedus, dudes. Keep it on your watch list. Let's get into this next cryptocurrency, guys. It's going to be Layer token. It's on the Solana network. I've talked about this with you guys. Again, another buy alert that we made. Somewhat of a mid-cap, small cap. It's on the Solana ecosystem. Another DeFi crypto. Again, guys, these DeFi plays are going to be really huge. AI is going to eventually have its run around, guys. But the DeFi platforms is where it's going to be at. We called it right back over here around close to this 5-cent mark or 50-cent mark. We had a nice 15% pump up. We got this pump up here, 15%. We came back down, called it out again here. We had a nice little spike up, 10%. We're retracing a little bit. If you want to get an entry here, guys, set this on your radar, 53.87. It's on Coinbase. If you guys know how to check out cryptocurrencies, you know that you got to get on CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, and you can look these cryptos up and it'll tell you where to buy them at. You can get it on Phantom, PHEMEX, BitUX, or you can get it on Coinbase. And if you guys don't like Coinbase, remember, guys, I have my links in the description to the exchanges that we use, okay? Remember, PHEMEX is the one that we usually like to use with my group, but a lot of people don't like using the VPN, so we have BitUX as well. Lupe, what's up, dude? So, okay, with Solaire again, guys, we called this out. So, with the take profit zone, man, look at this. I mean, we're down massive, dude. So this thing got listed on Coinbase. It went up to almost $3.50. So we're about almost 90% down from its all-time high. Okay, this right here can be a banger. We are pretty much in price discovery to the downside. So I think that this could be a floor bottom. Right now we have a lot of resistance areas. We got it over here at 65 cents. We have some here at 72, and then right here at 85, and even $1.09. I'm sorry, $1.11. I don't know if it can go all the way back up to this $3 mark. That's pretty huge. But guys, I really think that $1, maybe an $1.50, it's very doable. A lot of times, like I said, I give a lot of really bearish price predictions for a lot of coins compared to a lot of other influencers that get the clicks, that get the the subscriptions from other viewers, because they want to be told that every coin's going to 100x. They want to be told that every coin that they pick is going to be a 20x. But the reason why I've been having so much success in my group and with just some of you guys is that I keep it 100. I don't know if a lot of these coins are going to be able to do these 50x's anymore because there's just so many tokens that are in the market. We went from a previous bull run in 2021 and even 2017, guys, where there was only 10,000 tokens, and 100,000 tokens. Now we have literally, 500,000 tokens being made, every 3 days. And the market's a lot more saturated. We have pump fund that's, sucking up a lot of liquidity. A lot of people got burned from the meme coins, era that we had a few months back and even last year. So a lot of people have this negative taste in their mouth, and maybe that might not be, an end-all be-all for crypto, but I do think that, there is a lot of coins out here. So we just got to kind of keep that, in perspective with the markets. And I just like to be cautious with every price prediction. I feel like when we just keep it real like that, people are less likely to get hurt, and it keeps this channel safe because we're never going to promise you 5x's here. I personally think that part of the cycle's done. If I would have started my YouTube channel last year, we would have had a whole lot of 20x's and 30x's, but it's a lot harder now because institutional investors are in here. There's not much retail investors, and it's just harder to get that. But at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with making a 300% return. Average stock market people are happy with 13%. I mean, we're doing this on a daily basis. So, I mean, I've outperformed my financial advisor for the last 3 years. So, I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy the amount of gains that we've made over these last few months, man. I really, I was telling some of my buddies that I find it hilarious that people are just sleeping on us, man. It's crazy. Like, I don't know if I'm being suppressed in YouTube, but it's just crazy. Like, I've made some people some crazy amount of money, and we've never had, I think maybe for my YouTube career, I've had maybe 20 dislikes from the 90 videos that I've ever made. Most of my videos have, like, all 90 videos that I have, like, literally probably about 87% of all my videos have 100% likes, no dislikes. I probably shouldn't have said that because there might be a hater watching and they'll probably start disliking my videos because they're haters. But, dude, I've been 100 since day one. So, I just try to be real with everybody. So, Soul Layer, keep it on the radar. Look at the chart. We have so much room to go, guys. So much room. Cedus, Layer, and AVAX are probably one of my most bullish tokens that I'm super bullish on. Okay. All right. Next one is gonna be Virtual's Protocol. I've been talking to a lot of people about AI coins. I've been talking to people about AI coins, and I think that it's probably a good idea to start putting this back on the radar again. We had an all-time high of $5.20 on virtuals, man. Right now we are at $1.33. So that would be almost close to almost four or 5x from where we are now. So I don't know if we can get that high, but I am expecting us to at least blow to at least $2.75 or $3. So that's a nice 3x from our current price. Remember, guys, 3x. I'm promising, somewhere between, 50% and 3x from everything that I pick. And I need to stop saying promise because I'm going to get my ass in trouble for that. But you guys know what I'm saying. I mean, at the end of the day, we can't promise nothing in this market. But, I'm confident, though. I'm confident that we can get there. And it's because, like I said, I know that the AI sector is going to come back. We have Oracle with the stocks and stuff like that, and so much growth with AI that it's only natural to think that this narrative is going to come back. So we have virtuals, we have AI XBT. That's another good one. But honestly, guys, I like to go with the cream of the crop, which is going to be Tau, Render, and virtuals. And out of those, virtuals has the most potential to run up. So keep this on your radar, guys. 122.90 is going to be an entry for the coin. If we do dip below, guys, keep this on your radar. We would probably have a heavier buy anywhere between $1.03 and maybe even $1 flat. So if we go super bearish, something happens, we get some bad news, we can dip down 20%. I think that would be a really, really big generational buy area. So keep that on your radar. Virtual's Protocol. It's on the base network, so you can get that on PHEMEX. You can get that on any DEX. You have to swap with base token, so you can get that on your Phantom wallet, or you can even get that on your Coinbase wallet, okay? All right, next token is gonna be a new token. We haven't talked about it. It's called Home. Another decentralized finance token. Another one, guys. Remember, we are obsessed with these tokens. There are a few really big communities that are in this token. It's on the Coinbase network. So if you guys that are using this Normie exchange, this is another good coin, guys. It's up about 100% from where its low was back here in July. So keep that in mind. But I think that, it still has much more to go. It's a new token. Again, there's a really big influencer that's telling his group to load up on it. I actually knew about it before him. Excuse me. We actually knew about it before him. But, a lot of people are not, really interested in this coin because it hasn't really gotten out to the masses. So we're taking a position on it, not just yet, but we're looking to load up here at 0.03888 as our DCA entry. And if we fall below here at this 0.03675, we're gonna go ahead and throw the kitchen sink at it, okay? So I want you guys to go on Coinbase, put it on your watch list, go on CoinMarketCap, go on the section where it says about this token, read up on it. I'm not gonna waste my time and tell you what it is. You gotta do your own research. Remember, guys, I'm that guy that's gonna keep it 100. You gotta go in here and you gotta check it out, okay? So at the end of the day, guys, you know, these are the coins that I'm looking at, okay? We're still rocking with Plume, we're still rocking with Camino, but these tokens have already ran up a lot, so just keep those on the radar. I think that these are gonna be big, big runners, and you know, we'll see what happens. Half Busy, what's your take on Plume? I'm still bullish on it, big dog. Plume is still very much in my portfolio, and I still have a lot of bullish conviction on it. It's been rocketing up. I know we've been talking about it a lot in the KGU. I think we called it out over here. I remember I was rocking with it in the low 7s. So we did almost a full 100%. We got an 80% on it. I took some profits, but I think this sucker has at least, bro, in my opinion, at least 20 cents, bro, in my opinion. It's a new token. It's part of Ondo, you know. So in my opinion, it has to, man. It's too new and it has a low market cap, so I think it can get there. Let's see. Jasper Jump's been keeping it real since the get-go. Yes, sir. What's up, Jasper? I've been rocking with you for a long time, bro. I've actually known Jasper for almost going on 2 years. He's from another country. I was actually in another group with him, and I used to call plays there, and people used to fade me all the time there. People used to always, you know, sleep on the picks, man. Just a second, guys. Wizard Mustache. Do you, but any crypto on Robin? Do I have any crypto on Robinhood? No, bro. I don't mess with Robinhood. I really don't. It's too complicated for me. Coinbase is like as normie as I get, bro. P, you're shorting Soul. You're always shorting something, bro. You need to get off that bear stuff, man. You're gonna get liquidated, bro. AVAX came down pretty good. Came down $1. Parcels. Let's check out Parcels real quick. Give me just a second, guys. 1 second, 1 second. 1 second, guys. Got the missus calling me real quick. Yo, JJ. Hey, can y'all keep it down? I'm streaming, dude, please. I can hear him screaming really bad, dude.
Okay, so just got it.
Alright, alright. My bad, guys, my bad. Alright, so let's check out Parcels real quick. 866. So it's came down. Maybe the markets are going to be pulling back a little bit. You know, actually, I've been waiting for a pullback. So people that are looking to get in, man, we need to start taking some positions, man, because this market's gonna take off with a lot of people, man, and we gotta be ready. So let's see. I like this area right here for Parcels, man. If we dip down here to this maybe 8382 or 83 zone, so 0.083, that'd probably be a good area to start getting in. this would probably be a great area to get in, load up on parcels there. Guys, I know some of the team, and I have a few people that work for exchanges, and I know they want to get it listed on BitNewX. Guys, if we get listed on BitNewX, this sucker is going to run up really hard, bro. So every time that, you know, Parcels gets exchange listings, you know, you're going to have big run-ups, man. Because the exchange got to purchase the token, and whoever's in it is going to get along for the ride. So we usually like to bounce around this 10-cent zone. I honestly love to leverage trade this coin. So whenever we pop down here in these lower areas, man, we just it's like literally just an automatic, man. We scoop up here in this zone and we pop it up and we take it back up in this zone right here, man. Easy peasy. Some of my friends, they trade 10x leverage on this, man. Me, I just make a quick 4x leverage, in and out, make some quick cash, you know, secure the bag, and then rinse and repeat. So this thing has been a money maker. You know, every time we hit these areas right here, it's just like a consolidation zone. I mean, literally, just check it out, man. You know, this was the month of, like a few months back, but look at these, like, look at the zones. Like, we're literally just getting consolidation at the 6 cents right here, then the 7 cents, now the 8 cents, and then pretty soon we're going to be up in this 9 cents, consolidating up here, and then the 10 cents. The next thing you know, we're going to be 15 cents, guys. So just believe, man. I'm telling you, Parcels is definitely going to be a coin that's going to run up, man. It's just taking a little bit of time. I don't know if there's a lot of communities that are in this coin. I know a few that are in there, but I can just tell you guys that we just got to be patient, and eventually, you know, we're going to get to the promised lands. But I'm looking for this 14 cents. We were there in May. I know we're going to get there within probably by November. So just be patient. You know, every time we hit these lows right here, load up. All right, we got 40 people. All right, man. Now people are starting to skate in here. You guys are going to have to rewatch the video, though. We've already covered pretty much a lot of these tokens already. I saw somebody talk about Sonic. Sonic's still in the portfolio. Still one of my, I think my 4th biggest conviction bag. Yeah, it hasn't really done much, but that's a good thing because that means I get to focus on the other coins that haven't done anything. So, you know, right now we're at what, 30 cents? I think a few days ago we were at 35, so we pulled back a good amount. We pulled back 14%, so it's already at that buy-in order, guys. I mean, I know people are like, oh, what if it goes down more? Who cares, man? We came down 15% from its high from a couple days ago. That's go time. So start loading up. You know, if it's not something that, you know, it's just taking too much time for you, then you're more than welcome to sell off. But it's not doing anything, but it's not breaking, you know, this area. It's done a couple times, but for the most part, since June, this has been the range for Sonic. So from June all the way to where we are to, it broke below support one time. So all I'm saying is just relax. You know, relax, guys. Anytime that we dip down to this level right here, load up. Load up. Every time we hit this 30 cents, 29 cents, load up. Because you know what? Pretty soon we're going to be back at this 60 cents. Okay? So hopefully maybe by October, maybe November, we'll be at that 60 cent zones and you guys can start taking some profits. What about this new coin, STBL? I've never heard of it. We can check it out real quick. Stable. It's been, man, looks pretty good, bro. We'll have to keep this on the radar. Actually looks really good. We'll keep it on the radar, man. We don't want to buy this actually right now because it's rocketed up a lot. Let's see, it came out in September. Usually whenever a token launches, it has that nice dump off. People start selling off in the token. So, you know, it will probably maybe see a retest back here at 17 cents. So we'll keep it on the alert, bro. I don't know if you're in KGU, but we'll definitely keep that on the alert, man. If we dip down to this area again, might be a good idea to load up on it. So we'll keep it on the radar, homie. Nev says, it goes down, you load up, you DCA in, be stoic with your buys, everyone. Yes, ma'am. What's up, Miss Lisa J? How you doing? Tony Yaris, did you ever go over Ethereum yet? No, I have not. I can cover it right now, though. Do you hold Ethereum, my friend? So Ethereum is at 45.53, looking a little bearish, man. ETH has been really just poopy doopy lately. I honestly think, man, I still think we're gonna come down here to this 4,200 zone. I've been waiting for it. I have buy orders here. This is where when I had my first chart with you guys, when we were talking about it last time. This is where I really have been waiting for it to come down to this 4,200 one more time. If it comes down there, I got some good buy orders. I currently don't hold any Ethereum on my Coinbase wallet or my Coinbase platform. I have it in my Fidelity account, but I'm not touching that. But honestly, if we can come back down here to 4,200, I'll be loading up. Usually around this area, 47, 48, pretty much took a lot of my profits out from ETH. And I've been rolling that into other low caps. But if we come back down to 4,200, definitely we'll load up there. Poopy doopy. Yeah, I got that from Matt Kevin. C-Dub. What's poppin'? Han Solo, what's up, my dude? FJ. Dog with hat. You coming with those memes, bro. Dog with hat, 94 cents. Yeah, we had this little run up, man. I think we just had a really pretty good pullback right now. Yeah, it came down 5%. Yeah, we just had a pretty good pullback then. I'm not really into memes right now, homie. You know, it's just I don't think it's the time for it yet. But if you want to get into memes, bro, that's all you. It's good to always be front running, you know, the market. So if we pull back down here, maybe to 90 cents flat, maybe that would be a good position to get back in. Or if we come back down here to 86 cents, that would be another good entry. So that would be about 4% more from where we are. That would probably be a good zone. Again, I don't know if we're going to go back to all-time highs with these memes, but I think it's maybe safe to say we can at least get maybe $1.50, maybe $2 if we get bullish on memes again. But, you know, I think definitely 140, 130 is definitely in the cards. Chris Dean, I'm in the KGU, the best. Yes, sir, KGU. Let's check out the markets real quick. A little bit of profit taking, nothing bad. Let's check out Solana real quick. 245. It didn't go down that much, P. You better be careful, man. These guys are going to liquidate you. All right, so let's look at this real quick, guys. This is pretty cool. So phase one is Bitcoin. All the money flows from Bitcoin into phase two, which is Ethereum. Money flow into Ethereum, but it struggles to keep up with Bitcoin. Ethereum goes back and forth with Bitcoin and starts outperforming it. Then you enter phase two. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks about the flippening. I don't think that has happened just yet. Maybe a premature flippening, maybe. Like, I don't think ETH would ever flip Bitcoin, but I think a couple weeks ago when we started hitting like that new all-time high, that was like max euphoria for ETH. So right now I think maybe we might have like a little bit of a premature flip into large caps, which is kind of happening right now with AVAX. So this is, I don't know, man, this cycle's been kind of weird because I actually saw this last year. And this went from Bitcoin all the way up to meme coins, and then it kind of went to a little bit into large caps, and then it went into ETH, and then now we're back at Bitcoin, Ethereum, large caps, and then alt season. So you never know, man. It could probably go to Bitcoin, Ethereum, large caps, back to Ethereum, and then back to Bitcoin and then back to alt season. So you never know about these markets, man. So don't ever think that you got it figured out. But this is like one of the little sheets that all the crypto bros they go through. But you know, it's not like set in stone that that's the way it's gonna be. So just make sure you stay careful with that. All right, let's see. Is your Discord different than KGU's? It's a little bit the same, man. We talk a little bit about different stuff. You know, I always try to make sure that I take care of everybody, so it doesn't matter, you know, where you are. I don't do like, you know, I don't favor either group, man, because I have a deep respect for Keenan. You know, I actually had my channel before I started there with the KGU, but I always make sure that, you know, I'm fair and I handle both communities with respect. And some of you guys that know me for a while, I'm going on there for a year. I've never had any issues with anybody. You know, I've never had anybody ever tell me that I was doing anything wrong. So I try to treat every group with respect, man. You know, I do my job. You know, I treat KGU with more of a, probably just a little bit more respect, to be honest with you, because a lot of the guys in there, I feel like they're so new to crypto that, you know, I don't ever try to push any coins in there that I feel like are high risk. My group, yeah, we're getting really high risk coins, but a lot of the people in there are a lot more seasoned. So everybody knows what they have to do in there. It's more of an elite group. But with KGU, I handle everybody different. You know, like I said, I take good community. No meme coins just yet, you know, but I do want to get to a point where I teach you guys how to look for meme coins, because we always meme coin hunt. There's a lot of great projects that I work with, and there's a few communities that I'm working with. You know, I'll share some with you guys in a minute. But, you know, I just make sure that, you know, everybody's taken care of. All right. You guys throw me some coins, man. I'm going to look up Deck Screener real quick. We'll check out what's going on in the meme cycle. What's up, babe? All right, let's see. What it do, RTs? Blitzy Finance was popping, my bro. AVO, is that a meme coin? You guys can throw me some meme coins up in here. I'll check it out. Is this what you're talking about, avocado? AVO. Man, this looks pretty good. Is this the one you're talking about, bro? Let me know if this is the one. Carlos, what's poppin', bro? Filecoin. Yeah, we'll look at that in a minute, bro. Trade with agents. Pro. Is that Proppy? Yes, but it's not a meme coin principle. It's the size of a meme coin. Yeah, it says it's 16 million market cap. It looks pretty good, man. The AI agents are pretty good. I have a coin that a buddy of mine is working on. It's a new project. I want to help them, you know, get it to where it should be, but we have to handle it carefully because it's such a small market cap, and it's gonna take a little bit of time to get it up there. But they want to rebrand and turn this into, you know, an AI agent, and you know, the volume is not there, but this is a buddy of mine's, and they're working hard, man. You know, we follow each other on X, and essentially this turned into a meme coin, but you know, they want to do an AI agent, which is, I think, is really cool. It's just a matter of how they can integrate it in. They started out on Bonk Fund, and since then, you know, it had a pullback, and it's trying to at least get back up here from this, you know, massive dump off that it had. But you know, it's just dude, these coins right now, it's just hard right now. So eventually there will be a meme season. and these coins will revive back. But this one does look straight, man. We'll have to keep that on the radar. See, that's the thing, man. I would love to share coins like these in KGU, man, but it's just, it's hard to do this because a lot of people don't know how to do this. And, you know, these coins can go to zero overnight. So maybe, you know, we'll have some videos we'll set up, and I want to show you guys how to use certain applications like GN, you know, and how to trade on dexes. You can use stop losses just in case if, like, something goes bad. You can set stop losses, that way you don't lose your money. But, you know, these meme coins, look, 90% of them go to zero if they don't have good teams, you know, and it's just the luck of the draw. So, you know, it's just a hit and miss, but this does actually look good, dude. I'll keep this on the radar. If you guys know any meme coins, you can throw them out up in here. Somebody put Ondo. I'll look at Ondo on Deck Screener. You can look at it on Deck Screener as well. Check it out real quick. Man, dude, I can't wait for meme season to come back, dude. Once meme season comes back, my guys, oh God. Where's your friend's coin located at? It's on Deck Screener, bro. You have to look up Deck Screener, and it's on there. I'll link the socials. If one of you guys, maybe the moderators, you can link the socials in there to the X account, and you guys can follow it. The token's called BOP. It's BOP Agent. Look it up, BOP. You can check it out. Not telling you guys to buy any of these coins, guys. You know, but let's look up. I want to look at these other ones real quick. Whenever it is meme season, guys, I have a few that I'm really interested in, like Ski Mask Dog. Dude, this is gonna be a banger, bro. This is another one that has a big community backing, but it's just high risk, man. And this is just ones that I want to post in KGU, but it's just dangerous, man. You know, I don't like to say, oh, well, do enter at your own risk, because, man, some of the people in there, they're just, you know, they're single moms, or, you know, they have families and stuff like that. And I get it, man. You know, crypto's enter at your own risk, man. But, you know, with somebody like myself, man, I mean, you have to take, you know, respect on the community and make sure that you're protecting everybody. And this isn't going to rug overnight, but, you know, this thing is down 77% from August. So, you know, that's pretty bad. Okay. And then, let's see. Let's check out Miggles real quick. Miggles is actually one that I have posted in KGU. I have a good position in it. 27 million market cap. This is really low compared to what I usually pump. Now, guys, we could really move this coin. And it's down a lot, man. It's down a lot. And I want you to look at this. This coin's all-time high was at 20 cents. We are sitting low at 3 cents. If we were to get back to all-time high, dudes, that is literally a freaking almost 6x. So if base can come back alive, man, and meme season can come back, man, look, 6 cents, 15 cents definitely in the card. So I'm not really going to be pushing meme coins right now, but these are just ones that you should keep your eyes on. Remember, you can look up, you know, these coins on Deck Screener, or you can look them up on, on your little coin market cap. Sorry, guys. All right, let's see. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. All right, you want to look up Zora? Yeah, man, Zora's good. See, even on this right here, dude, you can even look up all the meme coins and cryptocurrencies on Deck Screener too. So you don't have to use CoinMarketCap. You can look at all this stuff on Deck Screener as well. So Zora is 225 million market cap. This is kind of like almost a meme token as well, a little bit, man. Then you can look up, you know, the Twitter on there. Takes you straight to the Twitter. Launch your creator coin. Turn posting into earning. So you can basically get a little bit of a rundown of Zora right there. So another coin, man, that we have in the portfolio. We had a nice run up here at 0.087. It came down a pretty good amount. From the top, we're down about 23%. If you guys are waiting to get into Zora, that's a great opportunity to get in, guys. All right, we covered Ski Mask, Pudgy Penguins, Troll. Let's look up Troll, man. I've seen a lot of you guys in KGU talk about Troll. Ooh, 6 million market cap. Damn, that's pretty. Oh, never mind. 122 million. That actually looks really good, dude. Damn. It's already done a 13x, bro. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like all the funds already been taken out of this coin already, so it looked good. If we could have got in here in July, that would have been sweet. It went up to 13x, man, so it's definitely looks good. It's down 57%, so I'd rather, you know, look at something lower market cap. Let's check out some of these old Matt Fury coins, man. I don't know if you guys remember those, like Hoppy and all those. These are some OG coins right here. Look at this, 8 million market cap, dude. These are from back last year. Sam Gonzalez says, what's Troll? Troll's a meme coin, ma'am. You're married to a crypto degen and you don't know what Troll is, ma'am? You don't know what meme coins are? Tell her what it is, P. So this one's down a lot, man. But this thing could do a 16x if it goes back to its all-time high. But I can tell you right now that's not happening. It's down 94%. You know, it's not going to happen. But definitely probably not worth getting into. The liquidity is very low. But I want to show you one coin, though. If my boy Jasper's still in here, this is a coin that we were in. I don't know if it's on here. It's called Xmon. Let's see. Is this it? Alright, so this is a coin that I'm in. This is actually in the NFTs. I bought this back in last cycle, dude. I sold way too early. But this sucker went to $50,000 for one NFT, man. I sold way too damn early, man. Way too damn early. But this coin went to about, I think it launched at what, $200-300 and it went up all the way to 50,000. I sold too early, but I made a pretty good return on it. Xmon, ApeCoin, Pingu, all these NFT tokens, man, they're gonna have their time in the sun back again. Yeah, you see Jasper, you're in there. I still hold it too, bro. Don't sell it, dude. I'm telling you, man. When NFTs come back, Jasper, bro, you're gonna see. Jasper's my buddy from back in the old Discord. I've known him for going on 2 years. He's from Australia, man. Cool cat. He can tell you I've called so many generational plays, man, and we're still holding this bad boy. You know, I don't think it's gonna go back to 50,000, bro, but I think that honestly, man, we can get 1,500 from it. Back last year, we got what this? Yeah, this was last year, $1,500. So that's a nice 3, 4, 5x, it's going to be a little bit harder to get this token. You have to swap on a DEX. But definitely, guys, worth holding on to. Migo Wave, holding Pengu strong indeed. Yeah, man. All those coins are going to be dope, man. But, you know, it's a little fun fact about this coin, man. One of my old buddies on the Go Crypto, we got in on a launch day on it, man. We sniped the token. Dude, I put in 400 bucks and I made about $20,000 off that token. And within like 30 seconds, that shit went to zero. We tried sniping it, and I guess it got sent to a wrong liquidity pool. We lost all the money, dude. So we put in like, you know, I think 700 to 1,000, made a 17x on it. Within literally like 30 seconds, man, it just evaporated, all the money. So that sucked balls, but it is what it is, man. Yeah, I mean, that's crypto for you, man. I've been in a lot of great coins like Department of Government Efficiency. You know, I would have made almost $1 million on that coin. I bought it at, like, I think it was like 0.008. That coin ended up going to $8.50, man. So if there's anybody that has dropped generational balls here, man, it's been your boy Jump. But you know what? At the end of the day, man, we just got to learn from it, dude. We learn from the mistakes, and, you know, we just move on from it. At the end of the day, man, you know, we take experiences and we just learn from them, man. You know, and I truly believe that, you know, there will be another point to where we have a redemption arc, you know, with these situations that we've been in, and we'll get there. And the key is just to, like I said, be patient. You know, we stay patient, you know, and we stay convicted in the right coins, the right influencers, and everything will probably turn out all right. You know, like I said, I try to have integrity, you know, and I don't try, I do have integrity, because, you know, I don't want people to think like I'm a person that's untrustworthy with crypto. You know, I respect everybody. I respect Keenan. I respect my group, my moderators, and, you know, I respect the families that they're trying to support. And my only dream is just, like I said, is to help people accomplish financial freedom. You know, I've told you guys this story 1,000 times. I didn't graduate high school. I have no high school diploma. I'm not the best reader in the world, but you know what, guys? I've always wanted to be in finance. And I've loved money. I love numbers. I used to do a lot of bad stuff back in the day, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And I would end up going to jail for it, you know, and it just, when I got out, I didn't know how to make money. And I am here today, you know, and I've done really well with crypto. I have so many DMs, man, from people that have just asked me, Jump, what would you do with this? Jump, what about this? Jump, what about that? And it's just so gratifying that people trust me and people really gravitate to me, to advice. I've even had people that I've worked with, you know, cashiers that I, you know, manage under, that I manage them, pay for their college tuitions. My son, I got him an XRP at 50 cents, pretty much sold the top, you know, and it's just been great, man. Everybody that I've encountered with crypto, it's always been, you know, great experiences. I had people eat at my restaurant that I've turned people on to, you know, crypto leverage stocks, you know, and they come back, hey Steve, you know, man, my Roth is up, you know, 40%, my Roth is up 100%, and everybody knows me, you know, from my restaurant and from, you know, church and stuff like that, as I'm the crypto dude. And just great, man. It's been great. It's been just so gratifying to help people. So it's just crazy, man. All right, so somebody put in Ondo over here. I was too busy covering shit coins. And please, guys, don't buy anything yet. Just keep it on your radar. All those things we talked about, because we're going to revisit these back, you know, hopefully season 3 towards the end of the year. We're going to probably have a meme cycle. And I want you to watch all these coins that we talked about, because they're going to go up. Watch every token that we looked at that I've talked about. They're going to go up. I know it is. And like I said, it's your job not to buy them, but just to watch them. You watch them and you'll see. All right, so Ondo, guys, we're talking about long term. We have an all-time high around $2. This sucker has a lot more to go. So if you're looking just for an easy 2x or an easy 50-60% return, Ondo is definitely the easier way to go. This is a type of coin that if you're just trying to compound money into a big blue chip, Ondo is going to be the way to go. So we just had another pullback. I guess there's something profit taken somewhere. We're down 3%. Maybe 104. We've had a lot of bounces right here at this 104 area. We could come back down if, you know, bears start tripping and they want to tug us down a little bit more. We can look for this entry right here at $1.0234. So keep that on your radar. Again, Ondo is one coin that I'm really bullish on, okay? Rusty Cage says, Jumpman with the exclamation mark. What it do? Jasper says, P is an economic king. Yeah, man, my boy P, he's in my group. He's a moderator. This guy is like a freaking nut, dude. He's smart as hell. He's like my crypto best friend. My old lady asks about him all the time, dude. She's like, P, how's P doing? P, you're a good dude, man. Really special guy. Honestly, man, I don't have many friends in this world, believe it or not, because I know your boy looks like he's real cool and shit, but I try to keep to myself, man. But P is a really good dude, man. He's one of those type of guys that is just loyal, and I keep him very close. That's why he's a moderator. Let's see. Is there any more coins, guys? Come on, throw them up. Let's go. We've got almost 50 people in here watching. Throw some love up in here, guys. Marcus Jackson, did you already talk about AVAX? Yes, we did, sir. It looked like it pulled back just a bit, but we're still looking good. Rusty Cage, be careful, guys. This man up to something. You know it, baby. We're always up to no good, but we're up to no good in a good way. We're trying to make some financial freedom, guys. You know what's up. All we do is try to make money in this market, guys. All these other influencers out here, man, they're trying to enrich themselves. Here, we're trying to get you guys to make money, protecting people. LTGG420, what's up, my dude? Jasmine, yeah, you know what? Actually, I was thinking about Jasmine not too long ago, man. Jasmine. Prime, Zeta. Have you covered AIOZ? No, I have not. We will, though. Jasmine coin has took a little dumperooski as well. We just pulled back. All these coins are pulling back 4%. It's crazy, right, man? All these altcoins, they always like pull back the same amount of money, like all the same percentages from all the other coins. Jasmine coin was really bullish last year when they had Japan, you know, they were talking about investing in it or something like that. Maybe we might get another run up, man, but I know it's fell out of the top 100, so I typically like to stay in the top 100. There's nothing wrong with the coin, though. I think that, you know, definitely we can get a nice little maybe 100% return, maybe even 2, but I preferably would like to stay within the top 100. Let's see. December 2024, 5 cents. So yeah, man, we could, I mean, hey, it could do a nice little 300% return, my guy. Definitely in the cards. We can come back to 4 cents, maybe 3 cents. So definitely we can keep that on the radar. Let's see. I want to cover Aptos real quick. Aptos is another great coin. I should have put that on the thumbnail today, man. Aptos is another great coin. I actually been taking positions on this, man. I think that this is going to be a banger. I have a buy alert right here at 437. Maybe we can get back over there. That's about 5% from where we are right now. So I'm looking for some leverage plays, but we need to get a little bit more of a retracement. I'm not really eager to hop in at these levels right now. I get a little paranoid, guys, when it comes down to leveraging right now because things have ran up so much. So I want things to cool down. Let them cool down. Let us pull back 5-10%. Let everybody freak out. And then we can strike. So I got my entry at $4.37. I've been buying all down here, guys. When we hit in this dip area, I loaded the boat. When we loaded back here in this trend line, when I called it last time, I loaded back up. So I have about 10 G's up in Aptos. I'm looking for about $7 to $8 in this price area. I think we can even get to 10. So keep it on your radar. 7, 8, 9, and even $10. Live plug, I just covered Sonic. Zora is tanking. Check it out real quick. Yeah, it is. Damn, it is. Wow, shit. We better hit a buy alert on this, man. Load it up, dude. I would suggest that you guys probably take some buys on it, man. All right, AIOZ. AIOZ is looking really nice right now. Called it at 0.32. It's down 3%. Again, everything's down 3%. You just shorted Zora. Everything's down. So if you guys want a DCA on AIOZ, set some buy orders right here at the previous where we called it out at 0.32834. Pause the video if you need the levels. We come down a little bit harder. 0.31256 would be another great order to get in at. Let's cover Prime. Prime, I'm going to be honest with you guys, has been the one cryptocurrency that has been a major disappointment from when I first called it. Jay Alexander, what's up? That's my boy, my colleague over in the KGU, man. We're modding over there. Excellent, mini good. What's up, Jump? Thanks for the AVAX 17, still holding neat. Hell yeah, baby. We're taking that to the promised land, Jay Alexander. We're about to be buying yachts. So this is my only call, man, that has not been performing well. My boy CW is loaded on this coin, man. It's down 88%. I still believe in it, guys. Look, you know, the thing about these kind of coins, man, this is a gaming DPIN. AI coin has a lot of utility and different use cases for it. Gaming sucks right now. All gaming has been annihilated. But this is the time, guys. Take a little position. $2,000 gives you 1,000 coins. Back in December, man, this thing was bullish as hell. $18. Dude, if we get back to all-time high, that's a 9x. I do not think that's happening, but it's fair. I think it's fair, guys, to say that we can get back to 7, 8, 9, or 10 bucks. So that would be either a 3, 4, or 5x. Definitely in the cards. My boy Jay Alexander just asked if XLM is any good. It is, bro. It's a sister company to XRP. It has more potential to move up more, in my opinion. But I like XRP better because it's just that brand. You know, it's like buying Kirkland's or going out there and actually getting a real Nike designer shoe or whatever, you know, or you're getting some Kirkland shoes, whatever. They both do the job, man, but at the end of the day, you know, I'd rather go with the Nike, so I'm going to have to stick with XRP on that one, homie. But yeah, man, Prime has been the one coin that I've called out that's just been very, very disappointing. But, guys, you know, if we were just calling banger after banger after banger, which we have, you know, I mean, we have to have some losses, man, to balance out everything, because if Jumpman was just at 100% win ratio, that would be a little scary. Okay, but, you know, out of the 30, 40 coins that we called, I think we've had 2 that have been poopy doopy. All right, man, y'all got to give me some coins, man. Somebody said Zeta. I've heard of Zeta Protocol. Zeta Chain. I don't know too much about it. I've heard of it, but I don't know too much about it. March local high was 50 cents. We're at 20 cents. So we're about 50% down from its all local high. Let's see. We're on the 2 hour. So we have an all-time high. We're almost close to $3. So we're down pretty big. We're down 93%. So that doesn't look too good. But definitely, you know, something to keep the rate on the radar. My missus says, "You are amazing, babe. I'm extremely proud of you and what you're building here. You always won. You already won. You got an awesome community with plebs and KGU. I'm so grateful for Keenan as well." Thank you, babe. Yeah, Keenan Grace is great, man. He's definitely, you know, I want to tell you guys a little story real quick. I used to watch this guy, you know, during the COVID times. And I used to like his I think it was the 5 Ps, the proper preparation prevents poor performance. I could not ever say that to save my life. But I would always think to myself, like, dude, this guy is smooth as hell. And, you know, like, I watch him, Larry Jones, what's the other guy's name? Man, he's pretty smooth, too. What's his name? God damn it. Stocks with Josh, and then the other dude, what's his name? Stocks Mo, the one that always says Iron Pony or something like that. But anyways, I just, man, I don't know. Keenan Grace was just like, literally, man, he's smooth, dude. I've always liked him. And, man, I don't know. Something just told me, man, when I was in the KGU, I was just looking for a crypto community to be part of. One thing that I've learned about crypto, man, is you got to be in a good community. And something told me, man, just to join. And, man, I joined that community, and the first day that I got in there, man, people started going in on my ass. I was getting beat up. People were telling me like all kinds of crap, man. I was like, oh damn, dude. And I remember too, one of the moderators in there, what's his name, Catching Rockets. He got on my ass too, man, and it was funny as hell. And then, you know, it ended up turning out to be a blessing in disguise, man, because you know what, like, I got like a message a couple days later from one of the main mods in there. His name's Mod KGU, and he hit me up. He's like, "Hey, I really like your work. I like the way, you know, how you talk to the community." And he's like, "I'd like to offer you a position." And yeah, man, I was of course accepted it, and then I chickened out because the community was just so damn big. I mean, it's like literally like freaking 25,000 people, man. And I was super, super overwhelmed. I think they already made the channel for me, and I ended up chickening out. And I remember I was at the mall that one day, and then I was just like, man, what is wrong with me, dude? Like, why do I not have faith in myself? Why is it that I keep, like, doubting myself? Why do I keep doing this? And I'm like this with everything. Like, I have times where I just don't believe in myself. And, I just, you know, I kept posting plays in the chat though, and then the guy hit me up again. He was like, "Joe, man, I really hate that you're doing all this for free." He was like, "I really want to offer you a job." He's like, "Please, will you please consider it?" And I was like, "You know what, man? Give me a couple days to sleep on it." And I just thought about it. I was like, "You know what, man? Like I really think like this is a calling for me." And I accepted it. And dude, right from the get-go, man, it's just been business. Business is business and business, man. I'm not going to tell you that, hey, it's been all smooth. Like, you know, March, man, when we had that Liberation Day, like I messaged Keenan. I was like, "Keenan, like, hey, I really don't think that I'm doing a good job." He was like, "Brother," he's like, "you're guiding the community through probably one of the most darkest times it's ever seen. You're doing a great job." And I doubled down, bro. We're going to get to the crypto right now, guys. I just got to round this real quick, and then we'll get to it. And, you know, and just literally within that maybe 15 days from there, man, just the markets, it took off. Everything that I talked about, everything that I believed in, just 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x. You know, I called the 5x with Maple, and it just, man, it was just, ever since then, I've cemented myself as probably one of the most, you know, goated guys in there, man. And I say that humbly, because you know what, man, I treat everybody with respect, and I look up to all the other mods in there and all the other crown traders. And I'm grateful to be part of the community, guys. You guys have embraced me, treated me well, and it's helped me gain a confidence that I've never had before. So thank you guys. Now back to business. Let's get Filecoin real quick. We'll move on to some other coins and then we'll wrap it up. Filecoin, guys, is a D-Pen project. It's been smashed to smithereens. You know, if you're going to go with the D-Pens, guys, Filecoin, Render is going to be a good one. Render is a great coin, but Filecoin has a lot of upside potential. All right. Back in February of this 2024, we're at 12 bucks. December this year, we're at 8 bucks. Right now, we are at 2 bucks and 50 cents. So what am I going to say? We've been in this kind of little downtrend for the last, couple, 6, 7, 8 months here. So if we're going to be kind of making guesses out here, guys, let's say, hey, 6 bucks. So 6 bucks would be about 150% return. So not a bad selection. If you're wanting to maybe leverage trade this, I think that would be a better call. But definitely, this is not a bad pick. But I would only leverage trade it, guys. I wouldn't not take a position there, as a spot position, but I would definitely trade that. Jack Xander says, glad you're with KGU. Much needed in the family. We need you, and we got you. I'm not going anywhere, brother. Hopefully, I will be there for years and years and years and years. And hopefully one day we can meet each other, man. It would be an honor to meet you, bro. It's been really great to work with you as well. Very, very supportive. Nothing but love to you, Jay. It's been a pleasure working with you together, man. Moderating KGU. Solid dude. All about business. And, all about, the community. And that's what I love. Again, man, I tell everybody that I'm in my group and just, that I meet, that I have so much respect for Keenan, man, and this group. All right, let's see. Polygon and Akash. Let's cover Polygon. You know what, man? Polygon might be a sleeper pick, guys. You don't hear a lot of noise about them. This is another coin that the government's watching. Trump has actually worked with them with NFTs. So, they got a Poly market that hasn't really helped the price much of it, but I would not be surprised, man, if one day we are talking about an all-time high with Polygon. I know people are sleeping on it, dude, but remember, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So, this could be a sleeper pick, man. I would like to maybe, if we can get back down here to maybe 20 cents, maybe even lower 23, this might be a good leverage trade. I don't know if I would hold it. We're talking about legacy coins. I definitely would probably rather see maybe Cardano, but, this could definitely give us a nice little pumperooski. So December 24, we were at 76 cents. So let's see. That's a 200% return. So, me, guys, I gotta be a little realistic. So let's give, a little bit of a realistic price target, because there's just too many coins in the market. Let's say we go back to 54%, trading it on leverage. That's 100% return. 5x leverage, 500% return. Only ETF altcoins will rally. Be careful. Yes, sir. I agree, man. That's why, for the most part of the cycle, I've been in Solana, AVAX, Ethereum. I've held Bitcoin for the majority of my cycle. Fun fact. I know this guy named AJ Writes Crypto, big influencer. I would be mentored by him, but he would cut on me all the time saying that I was too Bitcoin heavy. I had a portfolio of 80% with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has been a top performer all this cycle. So I recently sold a lot of the Bitcoin at its top. I was hitting, 115, 120, and I don't own any more Bitcoin. I rotated that all into ETH. Pretty much not at the complete bottom. I got in at 2 Gs,
rode this back up to 4,700, and I've just been cycling money back into these altcoins, you know, trying to, I have a goal that I'm trying to get to, and you know, I'm pretty close. So I've been doing pretty good. You know, I have money that I'm setting aside, putting it into the stock market, and then I have money that I'm cycling in to take, you know, positions in less riskier assets and shifting money over to, you know, 5%, getting some of that grandpa money. Because at the end of the day, man, yeah, it's too risky to be all in crypto, man. Let's cover ADA real quick. ADA's another good one. I had a buddy that we're actually talking about ADA today. You know, it's been pretty stuck at this 90-cent zone. Hasn't really been doing too much. The time to get out of there was around that 130 zone, man. The KGU, I remember this play. I took a position. I made this call right here. We got in around 60 cents. I woke up Sunday morning, man. We literally almost hit a full 100% return. I sold that stuff on literally, man. As soon as Trump said they were adding it to their little government portfolio or whatever, I sold that shit instantly. Got a nice little 80-90% return, and then since then I've been out of ADA, but I've been wanting to get back in because I think that they'll end up having a good run. I'm not sold on another all-time high, guys, but Cardano definitely will get, in my opinion, at least to $2. So if you guys are looking for another safe play, you know, you got some brothers or sisters and you're just trying to give them, you know, a safe pick, you know, Cardano and XRP are going to be the ones. Let's cover XRP real quick because I know a lot of people love XRP. XRP's at 303, just stuck in that little consolidation area. I know a lot of people are like, man, what's going on with XRP? It's not their time right now, guys. I think October, mid-November is going to be their time. Remember, they got the ETFs. They're kind of slowing everything down, man. They got delayed. They got delayed, and they got to get all this stuff finalized. You know, I think their court situation's good, but stuff's happening in the background, guys. We're consolidating. I think people that are selling are normies. They're getting impatient. You know, they're thought that, you know, XRP would be at $50, and they're selling. So, you know, it's just what retail does. So, you know, personally, I am not going to be buying at these prices. If we come back down here to, you know, where we were in the beginning of September, maybe around under 275, maybe. But me, you know, this is just me personally. You know, when we were back in the KGU, like back not last year, I'm tripping, this summer, you know, we called 165 over here. Way back over here, guys, 165. I mean, that was the time to buy. Even when we had back over here back in July, we came back down here to, you know, the lower $2. Those were buy zones. Now we're in the $3 zones. I can't really, I just can't stand on that. You know, look, as far as the all-time high, I do think it's possible for XRP to hit $5. You know, I think that it's possible for it to 2x, but it's really risky. But if you got like a family member or you got somebody that you're just trying to, you know, get them in crypto and you want to take care of them, this is the best crypto because it's for the most part, since the beginning of this year, this has been the only cryptocurrency that has held strong and stayed above, you know, its moving average the whole way through. So, you know, you got to tip your hat to XRP. Hate it or love it. I know a lot of Bitcoin maxis don't like XRP and a lot of ETH heads, you know, they don't like it either. But as far as with me, I bought XRP at 60 cents. It's been a wonderful asset. I think the majority of the gains have been made, but there is always money to be made, and that's safe money. So definitely keep that on the radar, guys. I need to check Proppy for my boy. He's being really impatient about Proppy. I know you love that coin, RWA, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I know of it. I think that if I'm gonna be talking about RWAs, I would probably have to go with Parcels more, but there's nothing wrong with it. All right, Proppy is at 83 cents. I think it's on Coinbase, right, bro? April 24 was its last major high. It was at $4. We're at 83 cents. Back in November this year was $2. This really depends on RWA, brother. You know, if Ondo does good, probably will do good. The chart does not look bad at all. I mean, we're seeing it together. You know, back in February, it's about a year and a half old, so doesn't look bad. I mean, it's not ugly. I mean, it would be different if we're looking at a chart that's, you know, down here. So we're doing okay. You know, it's not like a complete rug, but, you know, it's kind of stuck in this middle zone. So not something that I would be in, honestly, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So I don't want you to think that I'm flooding your coin or anything like that, but doesn't look bad. You know, if I'm going to take a position on it, you know, maybe we can, if I were to take a position on it, maybe entering back over here in this area right here, at this 70-cent zone would be good. And then let's move on to real quick, because I got to probably wrap it up in a bit, guys. We're getting late. I got to look at the markets. I might need to jump in some trades. So, Say's looking really nice, guys. We had this nice bounce up right here. Remember, when we look for stuff like this shows me strong support right here at this 31 cents. So looking nice. We got resistance here. We just kind of got Dominique Mutombo'd right here. So we'll probably end up the next couple of days trying to re-challenge this. So let's keep that on the radar. But remember guys, long term, we're talking about 75 cents. Keep your eyes on the prize, baby. Let's see. Let's cover H bar real quick. And then we're gonna wrap it up, man. It's been on stream for about an hour and a half. Guys, make sure you guys please follow me. Make sure you know, like the stream. We got what, almost 50 people in here. Hopefully we got 40 likes at least. 50 likes. Yeah, baby. Let's get it. Alright, so H bar, another coin that looks really nice, guys. You know, look. I said XRP, but H bar's been looking real nice too. Look at that, man. Back in November, that's when your boy bought 4 cents. Took that nice rocket up here to, I think I sold a little too early, 30 cents, but I took profits. I should have got back in over here around 12 cents. I didn't. I dropped the ball on it. But a lot of you guys got in there. It's done well. It did almost 140%. Since then, it's been doing same thing that XRP's done. Consolidating. Waiting for the next opportunity to make an all-time high. I think the all-time high was like about what? 70 cents, I believe. 50 cents. I'm sorry. 50 cents. So I think that, look, honestly, my opinion, I do think H bar will hit an all-time high. I think it's fair, maybe 60 cents, 75 cents. So if you're holding H bar, I would hold on to it, guys. Remember, these guys are partnered up supposedly with SpaceX, and I think it's definitely, you know, a coin that has done really well. You know, there's a few coins that have been chosen. Solana, H bar, XRP, Ethereum, and obviously Bitcoin are going to be the chosen ones. I honestly think AVAX is going to be in there. That's my sleeper pick, guys. I have a really strong position in there. You know, obviously, you know, it's not has performed like these other 5 that I just said, but I think AVAX will definitely be there. And I'm telling you guys right now, before we end the stream, do not sell your AVAX, guys. Hold on to it. We're looking for these good gains. We're not looking for these little 15, 20% pumps, guys. We want the big money, not the small money. We let these other guys keep that baby money. We want the real money. So, guys, we're going to end the stream. Thank you so much. I hope I could answer as many questions that I had in here, guys. Remember, we have links to PHEMEX below. PHEMEX is the exchange that I trade on. You boys affiliated with them. I always condone safe leverage, guys. Please don't trade 20, 30x leverage. Take care of yourself. If you guys don't like the whole VPN thing, you can use BitNUX, another great exchange. Always practice safe leverage. If you guys need any help, you can DM me. If you're part of my community, you know what it is. If you're part of the KGU, we do the doctrine streams every other week. We do educationals every other week as well. So I do my best to always inform you guys, but I suggest that you guys upgrade the doctrine tier, guys. I know it's a little expensive, but you got to remember it's like an investment. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. We had a lot of people in here for a regular day. You know, I'm a small channel. I watch a lot of these other bigger YouTubers, and they get about 40, 50 people. So it was nice to see that, you know, I was doing numbers like that, and I pretty much had consistent all the way through. So, you know, it was nice to see that. Christine said, what would be a good entry for a bar? Keep 21 cents on the radar, homie. And the reason how I get these real fast and easy is that I always look for these little nice dips and we get bounce backs. You know, obviously, if you see the ones down here, these are going to be stronger right here at, you know, at these time frames. But I look for long time frames, and then we look for these nice bounces up. That usually shows there's a lot of support there at 21,401. All right, guys, I'm out like a scout. Y'all guys stay blessed. Remember, guys, season 2, all the coins that we talked about in the beginning are going to be the new wave of coins. We had a small pullback, so I think this is the opportunity now to start DCAing. Remember, everything that I say is not financial advice. I'm just a weirdo on YouTube telling you how I feel. With that being said, laters, gators, holla at your boy.